Father Dwyer, Pope Francis had taken the effort to sort of reform the funeral rites and what would take place in order to, as he put it, be remembered as a shepherd and a disciple, not a powerful man of this world. How unique was this Pope and his connection to the common man and woman?
Well, I mean, people are already calling him the people's Pope. If you remember, 12 years ago when he was elected and came out on the balcony, one of the very first things he said is, "Can you pray for me?" And every time he's met with somebody, every speech he's ever given, he has continued that refrain. Please pray for me. The humility, which is really we're all called to, certainly all those who serve as ministers, but all faith believers are called to that same humility that Christ had. Catholics believe that he is kind of a very unique and special representative of Christ on earth. So we see a little bit of Christ's own humility coming out in Pope Francis.
And is it unique to him or just to a pope in general?
Well, he's the first Jesuit pope, and so I'm in a religious community as well. So we take different vows and promises to live a bit more simply. As Chris just mentioned, when you're the leader of a major world leader, there's only certain bounds on simplicity. But for him to say, I don't want to be in St. Peter's Basilica, I want to be next to my favorite icon of the Blessed Mother in a very simple casket, and without the words Pope or the extra adornments on the casket, just his name, he's doubling down on all that humble simplicity that we've seen.
Yeah, he also didn't want his casket to be elevated in the St. Peter's Basilica for the public viewing. He wanted to be on the ground level, just facing the people. Kathleen, it did seem that Pope Francis had a strong connection to the world's youth. There was a very touching moment that was from 2018, this moment that's, I think, gone viral since then. This child apparently asked about whether his deceased father, described as a non-believer, but who had baptized his children, was in heaven. And Pope Francis told this child his dad had a good heart, a father's heart, just like God the Father, and reassured him that God does not abandon his children. What kind of challenge might it be for the next Pope to connect with the next generation?
That is a challenge, and Pope Francis did have a wonderful touch. That was a beautiful moment where Pope Francis reiterated that we're all children of God, and that anyone who has an open heart in seeking God is a holy person, is called to holiness. His successor is going to have some challenges, but he'll be a different person. He'll have a different personality. He'll have different skills. That will be something that the cardinals will be thinking about. What are the skills? What is the experience? What do we need as a moral leader and a leader of the world's largest global institution right now? So yes, this is very much on the minds of the cardinals, even as they're converging on Rome to mourn the end of a remarkable pontificate.
And Father Dwyer, we know that the cardinals will meet daily now moving forward here for the next couple of weeks before that conclave happens, when they'll discuss the next successor. And right now they will be discussing some of the challenges of the future of the church amongst themselves. As you look at the world and the state of things today, the divisiveness, the wars that are going on, the threats to democracy, what is needed in this next Pope?
Well, one of the things, you just used the word meet. They will meet. Some of them will actually meet for the first time. So Pope Francis has chosen members of the College of Cardinals from 25 countries that have never been represented in the College of Cardinals before. Some of them have had brief interactions, but they'll spend this time getting to know one another and, of course, talking about many of the topics that you mentioned. What are the priorities for the church as kind of a global icon, but also for our faithful? What are some spiritual and theological priorities? Obviously, everybody's got their own emphasis. Pope Francis very clearly emphasized all of us coming together. His two major encyclicals were about caring for one another as brothers and sisters, caring for the planet that we live on, that God gave us. And I think he upped that awareness of the other. He said there's a disease of indifference, and we should be caring about one another. So obviously the cardinals will be aware of what he brought to the church. Maybe they'll be saying, what can now fill that out? Or maybe they'll be saying, let's continue in the same direction.
What do you think is the answer to that?
Well, like anything humanly, like any kind of election, people might be saying, maybe let's round this out with something different. Not even necessarily ideologically, but Pope Francis was known to be very sort of spontaneous and giving those press conferences on a plane. They might pick a guy who's a little more buttoned down and a little more traditional, not even in a necessarily conservative sense, but just somebody that's a little different.
More traditional in some way?
Yeah, I mean, it could very well go that way. Yeah.
Kathleen, who do you see as early frontrunners for who might be next?
Well, I think many people believe that the next pope should be from the global south, a place where the church is growing, the growing edges of Catholicism. I think candidates who know enough about Rome to know enough about how the Vatican works to get things done, to continue change and to continue leadership, but also have a bit of an outsider's perspective to know what needs to change, to know how the church can become less European in its focus. Someone who has great experience on the global level, someone whose moral credibility is intact, someone who is untainted by clerical sexual abuse scandal. I think there are a number of candidates that are emerging right now. But as Father Dwyer said, the cardinals are going to be paying close attention to each other and what's said in those general congregations to see what the vision emerges for the next leader. And those conversations are going to be very important leading up to the conclave.
I imagine they'll also be listening for any interviews cardinals are giving between now and then, too, to hear how they interact with the public and what their priorities are. Kathleen Sprouse Cummings, Father Dave Dwyer, appreciate you both so much. Thank you for the conversation.